What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the off-grid property, and this will be the last video of 2024 that I'm filming. It is the middle of November and I've been up here an entire week. I had so many amazing adventures this year at the off-grid cabin. Look how beautiful it looks now, with the deck complete, with the lean-to, with all the lighting, with the weather station for the outdoor thermometer, and the new light that I installed up there, completely overpowered. And then my brother installed this Murphy table over at the barbecue. So this pops up just like the desk in the loft. This one's just a little bit smaller. And then my brother also completed Eve's trough. So now all the water, instead of just destroying the deck gradually, you can see there's already kind of a line there anyways from all the impact. Just collects all the water and it drains out a downspout out the back over here. I've been winterizing, so I'll go through this as I go, but I plugged 2 holes on the barbecue, so I'm hoping no mice get in, and I'll have to clean it in the spring. I just added a new propane tank, so it's probably 95% full because I didn't really use that much while I was up here for this entire week. But I also added a couple of mouse traps inside here, so that's how that goes. And you can just see how much nicer it looks. And yeah, the view from the deck is always nice. I was out here a couple of days ago and a couple of grouse walked by, and sure, I have my licenses and I had the ammo, but they looked like they were having a great day, so I let them be. But it would have been nice. Feast on some grouse. So I've put pretty much everything away. So the kayak, the lawnmower, I just drained the gas from the generator, put all the tools and anything that could get harmed by winter in the shipping can right over here. You can see all the trees have fallen. And then my brother said to set these panels to 49 degrees for the winter, so I did that. And the only thing is, where I dug the dirt, I probably took a little bit too much away from here because it seems like there's it's caving in a little bit here, but I'm not too concerned about that. Been putting all these mouse traps down as well, so just some peanut butter and they walk in. This one, when I emptied it, I think it caught 4, and then the other one caught 5, so these things just crush. And cut down some more wood, fix the chainsaw, so that was another thing that I had to fix this year. Just replaced the bar guide and the chain on that. My mini chainsaw stopped working the first day I was up here, so that's been frustrating. So I've really just been focusing on using the bow saw for the most part and just processing wood into tiny enough pieces so that they fit inside the wood stove in this bunkie. And then we had some wood delivered, which I'll show after, but the rest of it is in the wood hut, which we moved from back over there to right here, just quicker. And then this way I made this chopping block here, so this way you can just process the wood down into smaller chunks. And so lots of maple right here, which is awesome in this, so we're gonna let that season for quite some time. Not really any updates. I believe I've shown all the signs in this bunkie in the last video I recorded. But yeah, I've had an awesome time up here. I came here for a week around my birthday. There was Northern Lights happening, which was absolutely crazy. So that happened on the night of my birthday. I've never seen the sky just so many different colors, mostly purple and pink and turquoise. And then there was other parts where it was blue and yellow. So really crazy times. So that's that. I'm going to need to take down a few things. And yeah, my MacBook Pro up there, really just listening to mainly one thing that's kept me entertained since about a year ago. I started listening to it and I've just been really into it, and yeah, it just keeps me in a positive state of mind and very productive while I'm up here. And then so this is my car that I have. First time I've driven a Kia. It's okay. It's not the best. I drove the Frog Fiesta for my birthday, and then I've driven this other Hyundai Accent, but I got this one because it has winter tires and it's good to go. It's had a couple of issues, but nothing too crazy. So here's the wood So I got 2 cords. I still don't understand the differences in this. So apparently this is 2 face cords of wood. So there's all of this plus what I had back over there. So this is 2 face cords. And then I have another behind it. Mouse trap back here. So that one got 5 mice. And then so with this, I've been working on this for the last few days, and it's been a crazy amount of work. Has been insulating the ceiling. So the walls, Buddy did that, Rex completed that, and now we just have the ceiling. I'd say I'm 80% done, but we might have an issue with the airflow. So that's one thing where we might have to adjust. And actually, where the rafters are, we would put something else there to make sure that the air flowed, and apparently it's a moisture issue, so that's one thing. And then over here, what we're planning to do is take out these doors, so kind of pointless that we got these, but whatever, and put in a sliding door, and then that would just go to the outdoor area, because in here would probably be more, I don't remember the layout that we have planned. I don't really mind that much, but I think there'll be like a kitchen in there. And then what I want to do back here, because this would be where the sliding doors come out, right? So maybe have a deck, something like that out here, or just have some stepping stones that will lead to, this was all bulldozed, so there's a big clump of dirt and sand right here. So I'm thinking this is where we put the root cellar. So that way you just walk outside and boom, it's right there. So this means digging into there. So it'd be very cool, right? Kind of like a dugout style walk-in root cellar. I think that would be very cool. So we'll have to just start putting the ground, making it all level, and then that goes right into there. So I think that would be pretty cool, to be honest. And yeah, been great times up here. I think I've been up here at least 10 times before I'm going home, but it's been a blast. We've got a lot accomplished. Really just improved the living condition up here. We have all sorts of plans for next year. Need to get like another couple batteries for the solar system. And then yeah, before I leave, I have to disconnect that, turn it off, put the router inside. With this pipe up here, last year it got clogged in November after using it a few times. And so my brother cleaned it once, and then I had to go up when I came up. I think it was in early October, and ended up having to clean it, and it just gets clogged in the same spot very quickly. So we had to take out a harness, tie it to the tree back over there, and then just shimmy up there, unscrew 3 screws, take the stove pipe top, I think it's called, and then clean it out, put it back on, and then it works. And then a couple of nights ago, I noticed, I'm like, oh, it's getting a little smoky in the bunkie. And then the smoke alarm goes off, and sure enough, I see it leaking, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go up and clean it. So I had to do it. Luckily, it's been at least 10 degrees the last 3 days here, which is crazy. I've seen it on the best investment I made this year, 100%, beyond the shadow of a doubt, was the weather station. Just because you can see right now, it's not a big deal. It's 11.3 degrees inside and then 7.9 outside. But you can imagine there are nights where during the day, it's like, it was almost 11 degrees, I think, one day, the first day I got here last Tuesday, and then it got all the way down to, what did it get down to? To -8 overnight. So the fluctuation in temperatures, just looking at that, it's very helpful for stuff like that, and just making sure when it gets too hot with this stove, because this thing does blast. If it's hot outside, you get murdered. But what I was going to say earlier is there was, I think, 4 days up here total where it was at least 10 degrees. So today, yesterday, and the day before was 10 degrees. And then the first day I got up here was 10 degrees. So having this is just, and it's very accurate. So this was definitely a very good investment. My newest addition is this shoe and boot dryer. So I just like it when I wake up and it's very cold outside. Like, let's say it's -5, and then I have my cabin socks. I put my cabin socks on this thing, let it go for a couple minutes, they're nice and warm, and then I can go to the outhouse and do my thing. So that's why I got this thing. So I think, honestly, just for that one purpose, I haven't even tried it yet to dry shoes or gloves, but I can see that being helpful, especially after it's rained. Didn't rain up here the entire week I was up here as well, which is crazy, in November. Got two of my pews. I've brought these with me up here every single time, and the last, I think, 6 or 7 times, I haven't shot them at all. So I think I've only fired them once or twice this year. So yeah, that's just one crazy thing. This is my whole laptop setup. We have these tea lights, which I have actually just to a little battery here, which I found very useful. So just using that to power these lights, they really don't take up or use much electricity, but using this as a stand-up desk, and even then I've used this new desk that we got here as well. They're same height, so perfect for me to use as a standing desk. The other addition is I got one of these last year, this comforter set of these, I guess they're buffalo plaid. It's just the comforter itself, and it's very comfortable, and then the pillowcase. And then so, oh yeah, before I go up and show you that, is I added grip tape to the stairs. So just sometimes with socks and even bare feet, it was a little slippery. So with this, it's very difficult and tricky to follow. These things grip like crazy. So I think that was very helpful. And then so up here, I haven't done the bed, but we have a matching, I'll just do it really quickly. We have a matching buffalo plaid comforter. So, oh boy. Ooh, go. Just put it like that. I'll have to fix it after because it's off, but you get the idea, right? So we got matching comforters, so those are sweet. And it's like 4:30 and the sun is setting because of where we are. And just the mountain blocks a lot of the sun when it's setting. It's exactly 4:30. So yeah, that's really just been the entire year. Talked about this lean-to, so now we can eat outside in peace. Previously, I remember even last year, it was crazy when we didn't have the deck. I would make my coffee under this little nook sometimes when it was raining, and mosquitoes would just be murdering me, and this was it. This was basically the only spot I could cook outside, but now it's like we have this deck, and cook right there. I don't even use the Coleman stove much anymore, but we could use that. But I'm really just focusing on the barbecue and actually cooking on the stove. I have these pots and pans, these smaller ones, and they're the perfect size for that. I've also put the tea kettle on there and just heated up the water for coffee. So that's really been key. But yeah, the lean-to has been very crucial. This way you can just chill out here. If it's raining, you can just work out here. I'll sit out here and bring my laptop and sit here, and then just have my other laptop there playing something, and yeah, just pure entertainment. But I got a few things to do. I got to take it down, and then we're gonna get out of here. And then, oh yeah, on my birthday, I checked we had an issue with, I'm not even going to talk about it, but with one of the neighbors. So very minor thing, but we decided not to pursue it in any case. But when I was looking at the footage, the day before there was something that we caught on there, I found a video of a couple of black bears actually right at where you turn into our property, where I have the camera. So yeah, we got some great wildlife shots. I know last year when I looked, I had the moose, we had the deer, we had the coyotes. I've heard so many wolves and coyotes when I'm up here, like every single night. Some massive owls as well. I want to go owl hunting, and just when I hear one in the woods one night, just take my headlamp and go into the woods and find one, because I don't know, some of these things just sound absolutely gigantic. But yeah, that's really everything that I've done this year. And yeah, I'm really going to miss this place for now, and I will come back next year. I might come back one other time, but we will see. If it snows, there's no way I'm going to be able to get in. But the sun's setting here, and I have a few things that I need to do, so I'm going to finish those, leave here, and I will see you next year. Peace.